This tutorial will show how to make a crochet leaf. I will be using a size I 5.5mm crochet hook, 4-ply yarn, and this is the yarn where you will get 9 to 13 wraps per inch. That's if you wrap it around something and then take a little estimate, and that's just to give you an idea how many wraps per inch, which is only an estimate, it's not an exact measurement. This leaf is slightly larger than this leaf. What I did was I worked some double crochet and triple crochet, and then I didn't worry about the count. This is showing how you can take an existing pattern and modify it to something smaller or larger. We will start by attaching a slip knot to the crochet hook. Take the loose end, wrap it around the main strand. Now you have a loop. Take the loop, wrap it over the main strand. Put your hook below the center strand, back up the opposite side. This creates the slip knot. I'm going to work a chain of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And with this one, I'm going to leave a little stem at the end if you would like to have a little stem. And that's something I didn't do with these. In some cases, part of the leaf may be hidden behind a flower, so you wouldn't need a stem. But in some cases, you may want a stem. Work a single crochet in the next chain, work a chain 1, in the next chain work a half double crochet, chain 1, in the next chain work a double crochet, chain 1. I'm going to work a second double crochet in this chain, chain 1. Now I'm going to work a triple crochet in the next chain, chain 1. Now I'm going to work a triple crochet in the next chain, chain 1. I am going to work a second triple crochet in the same chain. A triple crochet is where you wrap the yarn around your hook twice, put it in the chain, wrap the yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And this is what we have completed so far. Chain 1, work a triple crochet in the next chain, chain 1, work a triple crochet in the next chain, chain 1. Now I want to leave some of the stem here, so this next chain is going to be the turning point, and this is going to be the rounded section down here at the bottom. We will work several triple crochet. On this leaf I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triple crochet in the same chain. You can work 5, 6, or 7 stitches. That's up to you how many you want in your end here. The less you work, it will give you a little curl, so that's something you may want to consider if you want more of a little curled up edge. This is the first triple crochet, chain 1, work a second triple crochet, chain 1, I'm working a third triple crochet like this, chain 1. This extra chain will be pulled to the back like this. I am going to work one more triple crochet, and I'm going to stop at 4 with this one. And I'm going to work 1 triple crochet, chain 1. I'm going to work a second triple crochet in the same space, chain 1. I'm going to go from a triple crochet to a half double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, half double crochet in the same stitch, chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1, work a half double crochet in the next chain, chain 1, half double crochet in the next chain, and we're working opposite the stitches that we did on the other side. Chain 1, half double crochet, chain 1. I'm going to work a single crochet right here at the end, and then join with the first stitch below the 2 loops like that, wrap the yarn over, pull through. And this is what I have for the shape of this leaf, and you can see how it is completely different from these other leaves. I'm going to wrap the yarn over, pull through, and cut the yarn like that and attach a different color. I have attached a slip knot to my crochet hook, and I'm going to find a loop back here. I'm working behind the stitches like this. And you can always find loops in the back side of your work. And I'm attaching right here. I'm going to be working a slip stitch in loops behind the stitches like that. And this is the front, and if you turn your work over, you can always find a loop on the back side. It doesn't have to be exact. Just put your hook through something, wrap the yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook. And this is what's going to happen, is they're going to pull up to the front. And every so often I'm going to work a chain 1, and this is going to add a little extra ridge. I'm moving on to the next stitch, finding a loop here close to the top, wrap the yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook like that. This one I'm going to work a chain 2, moving over to the next loop I can find, and this is completely random. I am not counting, I'm just randomly putting something together. Work a chain 2, find a loop on the back side, wrap the yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook. It's going to add just something that's a little bit extra and different to your leaf. I have worked down a little bit further, and I also wanted to mention that you can use the same color. I chose a different color to show what is happening on this leaf, otherwise it would have blended in and all look the same. So you can choose a different color or use the same color. That's up to you how you want to make your leaf. Now I'm going to go on around and continue here. This is what I have, and it's added a little bit extra fullness, and that's good because leaves in nature have fullness, and they're all different shapes and sizes. I am back around to the beginning, and I'm going to join, putting my hook below the 2 loops at the top of the stitch, wrap the yarn over, pull through the loop on the hook, wrap the yarn over, pull through. I'm going to cut off a short piece. Keep in mind, if you want to attach this to something, you may want to cut off a longer piece of yarn. This is what we have for this leaf. This is the front. When you flip it over, this is the back. And you can see a whole different design element on the back. And maybe this is something you want to use instead. The back side of the leaf could work as your front side. And then if you wanted to pull your stem through or just leave it right here like this, that's up to you. So you can see from the same basic idea here, which is all the stitches that are pretty much even and uniform, you can come up with this by just modifying the stitches a little bit. I have attached the thread to my needle, and I'm going to sew this in. I'm going to run the needle to the back side like this. All the tails will be sewn in the same way, and I'm putting my needle between the stitches like this, and then pulling the yarn through just like that. And in some cases you may want to leave the thread on if you're going to be sewing it to something, so you may not want to sew it in, so that's up to you. And then go over or through some loops back in the opposite direction, give it a tug, and then cut off the yarn. For the stem, I am just weaving the tail or the yarn between the chains like this, and then pulling it through just like that. and I don't want to pull it too tight. And then run it between these stitches right here. Now I'm going to split the yarn. This is another alternative to make sure that your yarn tail is nice and secure. And then you can grab a hold of 2 strands, pull them through like that. Now we're working on the back side, and I'm going to make a couple of knots. Or this could be your front side. I think I'm going to use this as my front side. Just like this. Now I'm going to thread my needle again. Hopefully I won't have too much trouble. And if I can't get them in, I just cut them off like that for a nice fresh cut. And then squash them together. And then hopefully they all go through this time. They did. And now I will hide them through just like this. Give it a little tug, and then the yarn tail is nice and secure. You can't see it in there. It's all hidden away. I have decided that I want to add a little extra color across the center of the leaf like this. So I've taken my 4-ply yarn and I split it in half, and you can see there's only 2 strands of yarn right here. So I'm going to attach it right in here, just like that. And I'm going to hide the little tails in there, and then I'm going to make a knot up here, just like that. You don't want to tug it too hard or the yarn might break. Now I'm going to randomly sew just like this. Just sew right through the yarn. And do something that looks like what you're looking for in your leaf. And I'm sewing right through. I'm not sure if I can show this very well or not. I'm going to try. And I'm putting my needle right through the center of the yarn, going up a little bit, and then right up through the yarn like this. And then it just kind of blends it all together like that. I'm going down here right through the middle of the yarn and then coming back up. And I just wanted to add a little bit of extra color. And this is the back side. I am using this as my front, so I just really liked all this little extra color showing through here. So that's why I flipped it over. And then I'm going to carry it out on my little stem here. I'm going to try to anyway. Hold it down in place and put my needle between some of the loops, and then push the needle up and bring it up to the front. And then I'm going to hold it down, put my needle between the fibers, and then push the needle up like that. Hold the stem down, then put the needle between the fibers, just like that. And you can see that it is carrying out there onto the stem if you want to add a little extra color onto your stem. And that looks pretty good, so I'm going to just make a little knot here at the end of the stem, and then make a little second knot. and then I'm going to run it between my chain here at the beginning, just like that. And I'm just going to leave it like that. And this is what I have ended up with for this leaf. And this is all the extra tails that I have. So you can see this tail might be a little bit short, but the ones that are a little longer you might want to save, and then you can split them in half. And you can make little design elements on your leaves, flowers, granny squares, blankets. You can do embroidery names. How did you like the leaf tutorial? Was it too hard, too challenging, easy, not enough information? I welcome constructive feedback, as it's a way for me to learn how to make the videos better. Share your suggestions on other crochet projects you would like to make. As you get any of your projects complete, you can post pictures on Crochet Geek's Google Plus community. If you would like to make a flower to go along with this leaf, you may want to take a look at Crochet Flower Essence. It's a rose type flower that's worked in one long edging. You spiral it around to create the flower. Crochet Flower Watercolor is another flower that would work with this leaf. This is an inspiration from a painting that I did a few years ago, which is a watercolor painting. Please remember to rate, comment, share, and subscribe, as this supports the future creation of crochet tutorials from Crochet Geek. Now that this one is complete, what will be your next crochet project? With both of these leaves, this one I ran out of yarn, which is why it's like this. I need to finish the edging on it. With both of these leaves, this leaf, I will be using a size I, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, and in this case you can use it maybe I'm rambling too much. Anyway, in the next chain, work a double crochet. This is the first triple crochet. Chain 1. I'm working a third triple crochet like this. Let's start over. In each of the remaining stitches, find a loop here on the back side, just like that. I would need to make my stem longer if I want it showing on the front, or I can